Hello YouTube and welcome to Full Dottle, a channel dedicated to tamping topics such as pipes, tobacco, lore, and more. I am your host, the Bearded Briarman, and without further ado, let's get lit. Welcome back everyone, and on this episode of Full Dottle, I'm going to be reviewing Cornell and Diehl Bayou Morning Flake. I recently bought a tin of the Bayou Morning, the ribbon cut. I didn't realize there were two different types. There's a ribbon cut and there's a flake. I had a tin of the ribbon cut. I smoked through the tin and I thought, I should do a review on Bayou Morning since I had done a review on Bayou Night. Seems fitting? Well, instead of waiting to order from an online retailer and waiting for it to ship to me, I called my local brick and mortar and asked them if they had Bayou Morning in stock. They informed me that they did. So I head on down over there and I went in, talked to the shop owner, and he took me to the Bayou Morning. To my dismay at the time, it was actually Bayou Morning Flake. I had no experience with it, and so I almost didn't purchase it. And man, am I glad that I did purchase. With the Bayou Morning Flake, the general profile of this blend is much more robust and deeper than the Bayou Morning Ribbon Cut. Now, I'm no expert on tobaccos, but an educated guess would be maybe because of the pressing of the tobaccos. It helps to marry the flavors much more than with the ribbon cut. And also with a ribbon cut, some of the essential oils and other chemicals and moisture within the leaf is going to evaporate at a much more expedient level than it will with a pressed flake. When all of those tobaccos are pressed together, it almost adds, for lack of a better word, a barrier to the evaporation process. Now, I understand within the tin it shouldn't be evaporating at all, but you get the general idea. But this is what Tobacco Reviews says about Cornell and Diehl Bayou Morning Flake. A Virginia Perique lover's delight. The folks at C&D start with Old Belt Red Virginias, add 25% Perique, and press the whole thing before slicing it into Bayou Morning Flake. It is a Vapor Virginia Perique blend. Broken Flake comes in 2 ounces or 8 ounce tins. It is currently available at Smoking Pipes, B&B Tobacco, and 4 Noggins. It has a medium to strong strength. The flavoring is none, has a medium taste, and the room note is considered tolerable. Now, I haven't lit yet, so I'm going to do that with you. In my reviews, I assume let's go ahead and get lit together. With this tobacco, I have noticed that because the moisture content is much higher in the flake than it is with the ribbon cut, upon lighting it tends to bubble up, creep up, however you want to call it, much more than with the ribbon cut. So, as I hit my pipe and knock out some of my tobacco, let's go ahead and get lit. Catch myself on fire. There's our charring light. Get everything tamped down nice and even. Really light pressure. Now, I've had some requests for some first impression type reviews, and I'm debating that. I most likely will put out some, but first impressions for me, I don't know, I'm a little intimidated by them, I guess. But either way, I'm going to most likely put some out. But with most of my reviews, or the only one I've done so far, but with the actual review that I put out, it's going to be after I've smoked almost a full 10 or a full 10 of it. As I have said before, I want to be able to give a complete review of the blend, and so I like to be able to smoke it at least for a week or so and kind of get a general idea of it. Anyway, upon lighting, you're going to notice that this blend has a lot of perique in it, and according to tobacco reviews, this blend has 25% perique. However, the perique is not as loud as it is in the Bayou Night. With this, the perique is much more, in my opinion, manageable as far as my palate. On Retro Hell, you can definitely tell that there is a lot of perique because it has that bite in the nostrils. But I will say, this is by far my favorite of all vapors that I've tried so far. The dark Virginias in this give that toasted, like rye bread character that it's just fantastic. It's a very rich and complex tobacco to be using. You can easily distinguish the dark Virginias. And you get that woody earthiness to them, but more so, you can really tell the sweet toasted bread that's being covered by this rye malted grain flavor. The perique in this offers that characteristic rich mouthfeel, fuller bodied to the blend. You definitely get the spiciness from the perique, and you get that fig and plum taste from it as well. But I do not consider this to be overpowering. The perique to me is fantastic, and it plays so well with the dark Virginias. The dark Virginias in this are absolutely superb. The overall profile of this blend is going to be those, in my opinion, is going to be those red Virginias. The perique lifts them up, but those red Virginias come through absolutely, they just pop with that rye type flavor. The bright Virginias within this, I'm going to say, are very minimal, and they offer a condiment-like additive to it. You're going to get a little sweetness to it, a little bit of citrus from the bright Virginias. But the darker Virginias are excellent. Excellent. The perique and the dark Virginias play in well together and offer a very robust blend. I love this blend. I don't generally like fresh Virginias, but I'm going to have to do a lot more exploration into the darker Virginias because I thoroughly enjoy this. I've never had it aged, but I can tell you right now, it is by far one of my favorite vapors so far, and there's no reason to age this. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I would, because it would diminish the Perique, and I'm really beginning to enjoy Perique. I have always been a Latakia guy, and most of that is because of my nature. I don't necessarily like to deviate from my norm, and I've said that before in a past video. And that causes me to be a bit one-dimensional. But because I'm doing reviews for this channel, it has really refined my palate, and I am finding that because I have been reviewing the Perique blends, I am starting to really enjoy Perique. Now, Bayou Night, which is an American blend, the Perique was overpowering. I'm not going to say it was unenjoyable, but it was extremely unempowering. With this blend, however, the Perique plays so well with the red Virginias. The spiciness of the Perique and the stewed dark fruits of the red Virginias, the rye, toasted rye bread, malted grain flavors are phenomenal. I cannot say enough. I thoroughly enjoy this blend, and I think you will too. I highly suggest going out and trying it and tell me what you think. Absolutely phenomenal blend. I'm going to smoke this down to half bowl and come back and let you know what I think about the relight. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. I have allowed the pipe to cool just a little bit. I smoked it down to a half bowl. I've allowed the pipe to cool a little bit, and now I'm going to dive back in. Let's relight. Right off the bat, after the relight, I noticed right away that it's become sweeter. Much sweeter. The dark Virginias, I mean, they really come through. I thoroughly like these dark Virginias. The spiciness from the Perique has taken on a little bit of a different note. It's still there, it's still spicy, but it's not, the sweetness from the Perique has diminished somewhat, and that plum and fig has diminished a little. But the dark Virginias are coming through sweeter, and they're offering more of that malted grain type flavor. You can get a little more of the floral note from the bright Virginias. But the dark Virginias, the red Virginias that are in this blend, are the star player, in my opinion, in this blend. I absolutely love this blend. I have some more ordered, and I will keep it now in my rotation unless I find another vapor that surpasses this. Could happen. My Cabby's mixture will be going into the cellar. I want to put at least 5 years age on it. I think right now I've got 2 different production years. One is around 2 years old and the other one is around a year old. No, I take that back. September and November of this year, they will both be 2 years old. I think I have one tin that's from September of 18 and the majority of them are from November of 18. Absolutely phenomenal blend. I would suggest anybody go out there and get it. Beautiful blend. I will be smoking more of this. It will become a part of my normal rotation. I never thought I would say this, but I'm starting to grow out of a Latakia and start to enjoy more of the vapor blends. I never thought I would say that, but here it is. All right, so wrapping this up, I do want to say this I would consider on the just a little further than medium to strong. I'm going to say it's in between medium and strong nicotine hit. If you don't want a heavy nicotine hit, you need to eat this with a full stomach and take your time with it. This blend burns exceptionally long. I was very surprised at just how long this will burn. It has a cool burn. I haven't gotten a tongue bite from it, but if you smoke it too fast, I will say that I guarantee you you're going to get a tongue bite. However, it burns very cool. If you take your time with it, you'll have at least a 40-minute smoke, 45-minute smoke, or longer with this, and the nicotine hit is on the stronger side. So beware. Absolutely wonderful. That's going to end our episode today of Full Dottle. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That is the absolute best way to support your local YouTube content creators. Give them a thumbs up. That way YouTube knows that you like it and you want more of it. Anyway, everybody, until the next time we see each other, I bid you farewell and happy piping. Goodbye. Have you enlisted in the Full Dottle platoon yet? It's easy. Just click the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as I upload the next episode.